Hello, knowledge seekers, and welcome back to another riveting episode of Old News, where we take you on a journey back in time to uncover the events, stories, and trends that shaped our world. Buckle up, because we're heading back to 1970. We start with a significant environmental milestone. On April 22nd, the world celebrated the very first Earth Day. Initiated by U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson, Earth Day was created to raise awareness about environmental issues and promote conservation efforts. Millions of people across the United States participated in rallies, teach-ins, and community cleanup events, highlighting the urgent need to protect our planet. This landmark event marked the beginning of the modern environmental movement and led to the establishment of the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, later that year. In other world news was Black September, a conflict between the Jordanian Armed Forces and the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO. Tensions had been escalating as the PLO, led by Yasser Arafat, established a strong presence in Jordan and carried out attacks against Israel using Jordanian territory as a base. This situation strained Jordan's relations with both Israel and its Western allies. The conflict erupted when Palestinian groups attempted to overthrow King Hussein and take control of Jordan. The tipping point came on September 6, 1970, when the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, PFLP, hijacked 4 planes and diverted them to a remote airstrip in Jordan, demanding the release of Palestinian prisoners. The situation spiraled out of control, leading King Hussein to declare martial law. The Jordanian military launched a full-scale assault on the Palestinian factions, aiming to regain control and assert sovereignty, resulting in thousands of casualties, predominantly among the Palestinian population. The PLO was expelled from Jordan and relocated its base of operations to Lebanon, which significantly affected the region's political dynamics and set the stage for future conflicts, including the Lebanese Civil War from 1975 to 1990. The event also underscored the Palestinian struggle for statehood and increased international awareness of their plight. In the U.S., President Nixon signed the Occupational Safety and Health Act, OSHA, on December 29th. This legislation aimed to ensure safe and healthy working conditions for employees by setting and enforcing standards and providing training, outreach, education, and assistance. OSHA's establishment marked a critical step in improving workplace safety and protecting workers' rights. 1970 was also a significant year for women's rights. On August 26th, the Women's Strike for Equality took place in the United States, marking the 50th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote. Organized by the National Organization for Women, NOW, the strike saw women across the country advocating for equal opportunities in employment, education, and reproductive rights. This event underscored the ongoing struggle for gender equality and highlighted the growing feminist movement's impact on society. On the technological front was the release of the IBM System 370. This mainframe computer series introduced advanced features such as virtual memory, enhancing processing power and efficiency. 370 set new standards in computing and was widely adopted by businesses and research institutions, paving the way for future innovations in computer technology. And in film was Love Story, directed by Arthur Hiller. Starring Ali MacGraw and Ryan O'Neal, the romantic drama became a box office hit and a cultural touchstone, popularizing the catchphrase, "Love means never having to say you're sorry." In music, the Beatles released their 12th and final studio album, Let It Be. The album, including the title track and The Long and Winding Road, marked the end of an era for the legendary band. Despite the group's breakup, their influence on music and culture continued to resonate. Fashion in 1970 reflected the era's spirit of individuality and experimentation. The bohemian look was in full swing, with maxi skirts, bell-bottom jeans, and ethnic-inspired prints dominating wardrobes. The hippie movement's influence remained strong as people embraced more relaxed and natural styles. At the same time, the decade's penchant for boldness and rebellion led to the rise of glam rock fashion, characterized by glitter, platform shoes, and flamboyant outfits. Designers like Halston and Yves Saint Laurent continued to push boundaries, blending haute couture with street style to create iconic looks that defined the decade, including the iconic Le Smoking tuxedo jacket for women, challenging traditional gender norms in fashion. This has been Old News, a year in review. In the words of Winston Churchill, those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Until next time,